welcome to the AM Club right here on MX24. If you're just joining in, you've missed quite a lot, but this particular conversation will interest you, so stay right here with me. It would interest you to pick a pen and a paper to sit right here and write and learn, because what we do on Lifestyle Daily is we educate and inform you, and sometimes add a bit of entertainment and a bit of spice, a sprinkle of excitement on it, okay? So stay right here with us. But before we get into our conversation, which is a big, very, very big one this morning, let's talk about Equity Ebusia Health Plan. At Equity Ebusia Health Plan, of course, Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique health needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusia Health Plan. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away. Offering continual insurance of your family's welfare, contact us today on 0546 645 465 or 050 3860 so that we can further enhance the service we provide to you.
Well, are you passionate about interior design but don't know where to start? Or maybe you are an aspiring designer looking to elevate your skills? Look no further. Introducing Design Lab by Selom Dream Maker, powered by Acento Projects Limited. Our comprehensive training and coaching courses are designed to solve the biggest challenges faced by both budding interior designers and construction teams. Now, from mastering the latest design trends to understanding client needs and project management, we've got you covered. Whether you're a complete beginner or looking to refine your skills, our courses offer something for everyone. All right? Learn from industry experts, gain hands-on experience, and join a community of like-minded creatives. Register to reserve a slot for our January sessions and transform your passion into a thriving career. Our students have gone on to create stunning spaces and successful businesses ready to take the next step. Contact us today on 020 888-2722 or visit our office at East Legon Ajengano Design Lab, where your design dreams come to life. Now, let's get into our big conversation. Today we're dealing with side boos in a relationship. Producers, please play that song for me. If your boo, get a boo, le boo, le boo. Yes, that song has to be played before. But anyways, well, we've got Shavesky. Today he decided to come. Oh, if you don't shout the name, if you don't shout the name, Vimnodi. They like Shavesky. That's right. Then you take it slow. We've got Frank Love. You get it?
Yeah.
That's how we go about
it.
Yes. Then in between, she's already in between the two of them. So they give it counselor. Perfect. Counselor. That's how we do it. You get it? Yeah. Energy-wise, then Frank Love. It tones it down. Then give it counselor. Perfect. Correct. Inside the studios. You're welcome.
To the show this morning. I don't know why a married man is so excited about this conversation.
Oh, I'm not excited though. Who said I'm excited?
Because you seem to have the energy you were doing.
No, they should give us lebu. Lebu, we get a boo.
He's doing his job.
Good morning.
My job.
How are you doing? Shavesky, it's been a while since we had you. Hey, she says.
Lebu.
I'll wait. My boo doesn't have a boo. He doesn't have a boo. My boo can never have a boo. Thank you so much, you guys. And to you, thank you so much for joining us right here on the show. The conversation of extramarital affairs has become such a conversation. I don't know. I want to start with Shavesky, right? Ladies first. Okay, Counselor Perfect. What constitutes a side boo? Like, just on the surface level, what constitutes a side boo?
So someone that you have added up to your partner.
Yeah.
Right. So in sexual wise, and emotional wise, when we are talking about cheating, I want us not to dwell not so much on the sexual aspect, but also the emotional aspect, because some people emotionally cheat.
Yeah.
They are more emotionally attached to some people more than their partner. So somebody that you do things that you should have been doing with your partner with is your side boo. So if you are emotionally attached, things that you should have been doing with your partner emotionally, you are rather discussing with that person, not even your partner. The person is your side boo.
Okay.
Sexually, it's your side boo. And if financially you are investing so much in that person, even more than your partner, the person is turning to your side. But you know, wherever your finance is, that is where your heart is. So the more you spend on that lady, the more you spend on that guy. Before you realize, you want to at least invest, right? You want to recoup what you have invested. So before you realize, if you go into certain areas,
right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to believe that in recent times the conversation has come up a lot, but is it very common?
It's really common. And now, when you take the percentage, people have a lot. People are faithful in their relationship. There are some guys who are very faithful. I would say that. People say men cheat, but not all men cheat.
Yes, my man
Not all
doesn't
men
cheat.
cheat, yes.
And Shovetsky doesn't cheat.
Yes, my
And
husband
Mr.
also
Lauder.
doesn't cheat. Most men, some guys don't cheat.
Yeah.
It's just not their thing.
Yeah.
If it's you, it's you.
Yeah.
Even when they are dating you, unless they break up with you before they move on to the next person. But some people, they are just psychological issues. Some people, they just, no matter what you do, they will still go out. We have those people. But I want to make it clear that it's not all men who cheat.
Yeah.
We have good guys out there, and we have men too who have issues who cheat.
Yeah.
So if a man will cheat, a lot of things goes into that.
Right.
And it's become prevalent in our society.
Right.
And with our traditional beliefs and all that, it's easy for a man to add up, have concubines and all that.
Yeah.
And some people will quote the Bible, David, Solomon having concubines. So it's kind of...
Shovetsky is nodding his head. I want to believe that there have also been the conversation of, if you're not married to the person, they don't have a side boo.
Yeah.
Like you all are sides. You're not, there's no main, there's no side. If you're not married, how true is that? And I'm not going to choose, anyone can pick that up. Shovetsky, since you want me to call it, I've called you.
Shovetsky will be last.
Okay.
Frank, talk to us.
Your thoughts on it. I'm going to take your thoughts on that as well. Whether it's still side boo if you're not married, if you're just dating.
It could very well be. But I want to make a distinction.
Okay.
One is there's a difference between cheating and having a side boo. They're not the same thing.
No.
Okay.
Okay, explain.
Okay. A side boo is when you have one primary, shall we say, partner. You have a number one. And then two, you have a second or a third. That's a side boo. And there's not necessarily something wrong with that. And that's not something that's necessarily private.
In
Now,
marriage?
cheating-
In marriage? Are you talking about marriage?
Well, no, I'm talking about just
General.
general.
Relationship.
Yes, yes. Now, cheating is when you have an agreement not to have a second or third partner. Keep in mind, it's an agreement, and you do anyway. That's cheating.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have an agreement, if you haven't agreed to that, that's not cheating.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess then we're coming to the place where we need to have very clear conversations with people. Don't assume that because you're together with the person, they're committed to you, because they are at liberty to choose another person. Mr. Shovetsky, is it true that if you're not married to someone, then there's no side chick in this conversation? But unless there's only a side chick conversation when there's marriage.
Yeah, I strongly think that when you're in a relationship with somebody, okay, depending on the level or the stage of the relationship, when you've gotten to the level where you're planning to get married, then you have to stay committed and stay loyal to that person, because out of all, one shall fall, and with her, you stand tall. So you decide that out of everybody, this is the one that I want to settle with.
Yeah.
And once you decide to settle with somebody, then you have to be loyal. Then you have to keep to that person. Then you have to let go of the rest of the people and then stay loyal to that one person.
To be your head.
Wait, who did they tell us they make it here?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my audience.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to be clear what I want us to have some sort of a clarity on the conversation. Who is a side boo? Again, when it comes to the reason why people go out to choose these partners, some people tell you that there's a legit reason. Not in my house though. You're not going to do that legit reason in my house. But there are people who are practicing in their homes, like, oh, there's a legit reason. Oh, maybe this person is not giving birth. The guy wants a child. Maybe the person sexually is not, giving in to their partner, so they want to step out. And now, let me bust your bubbles. The women are also getting into it. Yeah. And so now the side men and the side females, right? Is this becoming prevalent in our society? What can we pinpoint exactly that is the cause of this? I'm going to start with you, love.
I don't know that it's on the women's side. I don't know that that's new. Women have had multiple relationships for a long time. They're just not. They're now being more comfortable talking about it.
True.
That's an important distinction.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't know this. I thought we were more diligent in this conversation.
In the U.S., we have a saying, fathers maybe. Well, no. Is it Papa maybe? Where you don't know the father. It might be the father.
Oh, so yeah. You have a child. This just might be the father.
Exactly.
You don't know for a fact that that's the.
Yes, I wish I could remember this.
Now, Councillor Perfect, you have dealt with a lot of marital issues, and so you're going to tell us what you think is the main cause of this extramarital affairs, where people are bringing in other people into their relationship. Again, my sister was telling me the other day that right now in the US, it's like open relationships are like a thing. Yeah. And the wives know and they allow you. The women themselves are going out, and the men know. How did we get here?
You see, he was talking about side boo being somebody that the other partner knows. That is when you have open relationship. So it means I can step out of the marriage. You can also step out of the marriage. But when we talk about our setup here, most people don't have the open relationship. The man will be like, yeah, let's have open relationship. But when the woman starts doing it, then he's like, no, this, you can't do it. I can. So with this, you realize that mostly it's about our people. We have changed. Now, it's easy to get to people. It's easy to get sex. It's easy to get attracted to people. You see, first, it was difficult to say hi and to get the connection going on. But now, you drop your son at school. The other guy, the other daddy also is dropping the son at school. Hello, hi, you share contact. Even the same group that we are, you update your stars, you're on a holiday, you are chilling and all that. He comments before you realize you are chatting. The attraction sparks, you understand? Now, it's easy with our social media technology. It's easy for people to connect and do things without even the other person knowing. You can cheat. People can cheat for a long time without their partners even get to know that they are doing something. It's easy now. Formerly, you need to drive a long way. You need to have the telephone conversation, the letters. But now, things are much more easy. And our needs are much more, also more than formerly. Formerly, it's like a woman, you need not to, it's just you should be content. But now, women want more. When it comes to sexual, they want more. When it comes to finance, they want more. They want to upgrade themselves. So if we're husband and you are not upgrading, she is in the workplace looking at somebody who is upgrading, the conversation is that tight, they're sexual, they kind of click. Before she comes home, it's like, you are kind of boring, I can also leave you. So let me just have a bit of fantasy and I'll come home to you. So it's the little things that we now neglect, the attention that we now don't give our partners solely because we have other things going on in our life. So it makes people easy to cheat. But it's marriage, I always say that it's a conscious effort. You need to put effort that this is the person I'm committed to, as he said. So because I'm committed to you, although there'll be other distractions, I'm not going to pay attention to them. Getting married or being with a partner doesn't mean that you don't find other men attractive. You don't find other women attractive. You do. But because of the commitment, you try to focus on them and blur your mind on the others so that you don't cheat on them. You don't have the side boob. But because if you want to just look at the things that are happening in your marriage and your relationship, you always will find fault for you to step outside. But if you are committed, you realize that this is what I want to build. I don't want to step out. That is where you become disciplined and stay at one place. And rather groom your partner to where you want to be with them.
That for me, anytime I hear it, I feel like it's a lot of work. But all these married people have told us that marriage is work. So I guess it's going to, because I feel like when someone has signed up for something, especially for instance, let's put in the work perspective, if you sign up for a role and you're supposed to be manager of a certain space, you're very committed to that. Then other roles are added to, then you're like, you know what, I didn't sign up for this. Right? I think that's also a reason why people are looking away, because there's just so much happening, and so I cannot add on this job that you've given to me that I didn't sign up for. But then again, let's look at how when someone has stepped out of a relationship, or someone is having extramarital affairs, or he's having a side boo, what they look like. So I will have signs to. Shobesky, I'm going to start with you.
So what's the question again?
What do you use to determine that?
How would you know that someone has stepped out of their relationship?
Or has a side boo?
Someone has a side boo.
A guy perspective.
Yeah, from the guy's perspective. I mean, you're with your partner, and maybe there's things that are happening that you could just detect or tell that, hey.
Well, the thing is that most of the times when a woman is having a side boo or cheating on you, it's very difficult to know. I mean, that's the truth.
Is it like the women have a way of hiding it?
Yeah, you see, women are very smart. Women are very clever. Women can read you, so they know how to do their things and do it very well. They are professionals. Listen, a woman can be with you, still sleep with you, but she's giving up on you. You understand? The relationship to her is dead, but she's still with you, which is very dangerous. You understand? So when a woman is cheating, to be very honest with you, if she doesn't want you to know, you will not know. When a man is cheating, it's likely that you may know, because the relationship is in a certain kind of way. So we are used to you coming home at a certain time. We are used to a certain lifestyle. But once that changes, okay, now you're going outside. You're going to receive a call. You are not able to receive calls in my presence any longer. I mean, you are very particular about your phone. You don't want to leave it down and all of those kind of things. All these things will show that you are cheating, or now you have a particular guy that calls you all the time, or you're on your phone. You're always smiling. You understand? We have an issue. We have an issue at home. Let's say there's a bit of tension, but once you get on your phone, you're smiling. It means that somebody is making you happy. Somebody has gotten your attention. But you come back to me and then you frown. Back to the issue. Do you understand? So that's a big problem. I was going to say something. Everybody is capable of cheating. Right. Cheating is not limited to boys. It's not limited to men. It's not limited to women. Now, I believe that God did not create man for one woman. Okay? It is the discipline of a man that helps him stick to a woman.
Wait. God does not require the discipline of you, but you should stay this.
You see, there's a will. Let me tell you something. Everybody has a will. Everybody has a power. Everybody has an authority. Everybody decides what they want to do.
Right.
So it is up to you to decide. This thing I'm involved in, these are the terms and conditions. Do I want to keep up with it or not? How do I want to go about it? It's very important, because let me tell you something. We talk about cheating. I can say that almost everybody cheats, because listen, you take your phone, maybe you're chatting to some guy. Your partner doesn't know about that. You don't declare it to your partner. Anything that you're doing that your partner is not aware of,
is it cheating?
It's cheating.
I would have said this though. I would have said that maybe, and I'm taking you back a little bit, because I feel like, personally, I'm a little confused. I feel like God created everybody to be disciplined, or God created everybody to be with one person, but it would take discipline to maintain that position. I just had to go back there, because if men hear that they are created to have multiple men,
but you see,
they will not behave themselves.
She said something, when you look in the Bible, she mentioned certain names who had multiple women, and all. God didn't deal with them because they had multiple women.
No.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It takes you, the man. It is our religion and culture that has limited us to having one woman. But you don't necessarily have to have one woman. It's your choice. It's your decision. Once you can cater for all of them, there are people, let me tell you something, there are people who have side boos that have saved their marriage.
Huh?
You see, no. You see, let's be very honest.
They all agree?
Yes.
Jay.
It is true.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Listen,
Even the woman agrees.
when you're home with your wife and she's always nagging, she's refusing you sex and all of those kind of things, and you also don't want to be talking and all of that, and you have a side chick who is satisfying you, you leave your wife whenever she's ready. It's happening. We are speaking
You
reality.
take the stress away from the woman.
Yeah. When a woman is
God
pregnant.
may no woman come and take the stress away from my
Yeah,
home.
so it takes grace and discipline. I'm telling you. It takes a lot of grace and discipline.
Yeah.
Most of the times, it really starts when your woman is pregnant. When she has children. Now the attention shifts. That is why women have to make a conscious effort
Yes. Yes, Sylvester,
to be there
yes.
to be there for their men. Because you
Yes.
see, women get married and now they familiarize. And they feel like, oh, I mean, now we are married, so why put in the work? But you married to put in the work. A man has to eat. A man married you to eat. So if he's with you and you are refusing him food, and now you want to blame him for going out to eat?
You mean food like actual food?
You should see the faces of the crew.
Yeah, right. And I saw you nodding your head. You
Yeah.
agree with the fact that, men are stepping out because of the doings of women?
Well, I believe that men, quote unquote, step out because they want to. I believe that there's a lot, there's some conversations that are not being had in a healthy way. And it's one, if you ask a man before he's married or when he's in a relationship, if you ask a man on a given day, would you like to have more than one woman? And if there's no penalty, if nobody's gonna look down on him, nobody's gonna act like he's trash, you ask him, would you like more than one woman? Most men will say yes.
Yes.
Certainly.
You ask a woman, would she like more than one man? Independent of any judgment, most women will say no. Most. Now, when you juxtapose those two, you're looking down on men because of what they actually want. And you're doing it in many ways, not you, but you're doing it.
But I will.
Okay, all right. Especially your husband. Right.
Right. Yeah.
But you're doing it in many ways because of you're framing it the way women would frame it. And it's not fair. And it's not honest. That's the key. It's not
because
honest.
I always say this, right? I don't judge, and anybody who knows me, if there's a friend watching, they know that I say this quite a lot. I do not judge women for the things they want. If a woman says, I like a rich man, yeah, go for it. I like a guy who's like this, go for it. You who is thinking that, oh, you're a gold digger, you are the problem because that's what she wants. And she should actually have what she wants. But then when it comes to relationships, I don't want to apply the same principle.
Yeah, but when you have what you when you go for what you want,
Yeah.
make sure you're ready for the consequences.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
I want a rich guy. I want whatever. When you go for the rich guy and the rich guy has his multiple women, you cannot control the guy.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? You can't control a man.
Absolutely.
You can only, know how to woo him, how to, calm him down, how to play your role. If you know your place, I don't think you will be replaced.
Counselor.
Ooh,
That's great.
bad.
I like that.
If you know your
He'll play with the words. Sylvester will play with the words.
If you know your place, you will not be replaced. You women out there who are making these men bad people, stop.
Counselor, I'd like to come back on what you said, that when it comes to the emotional part, so let's say maybe somebody is in a relationship and the woman is also talking, but she's not talking with a guy. She's talking with another lady. And that attention is just being drawn to that person. Is that also called cheating?
Yeah, you see, in marriage, your number one priority should be your partner, not even your children. Your children are visitors, they will empty and go. So if you have a friend who you discuss everything with, but not your partner, that person is replacing your partner. The person has become a third party in your marriage, and that is not helpful. So mostly you have a friend, a female friend, maybe a male friend that you are so close to. You need to have boundaries. It's not everything that you even discuss with them. When you get married, when it comes to sex, you don't discuss certain things so much with a third party. Unless there's an issue you want to address, see a therapist. You don't go talking to your friend how your husband treats you in bed and all that, jesting about it and all that, and she rather, you derive joy from you talking to the other person than your partner. They're replacing your partner. It gets to a time that you can't have open communication with your partner. And marriage is key. Marriage is about communication.
100%.
So your husband is from work. You on the phone, instead of asking how was work, serving him and all that, you on the phone talking to your friend and, oh, the food is in the kitchen, go and dish it out. And you are watching television, giggling and all that. You understand? You are making him bored.
True.
You also go on his phone. The next lady he sees with a big smile and a big boo, he starts saying hi. Before he realizes, it gets to a different angle. So you must know, if we're married, I said that it's work, but it's not that hard work. It's you catering to the need of someone you love.
Commitment.
That is it. So although we say marriage is work, it's not that hard work, you can't do it. It's somebody you love. Out of the million of men, you have chosen one man. So you are catering for him. You love him, so you want him to be happy. He also wants you to be happy. So that is the work that we talk about. It's not that any hard work. And, I want to say this. If a lady is cheating, you realize that her dressing changes, her appearance. She wants to look good for the other person.
Imagine.
A man too. They start taking care of the appearance. So now they want to dress well. They are exercising so that they will be in shape for that person. And you realize that even their undies and the rest, their lingerie and the rest, they do change because they are meeting somebody else. You understand? And they are happy. They glow. So if you're with your wife and your wife is not glowing and now you realize that there's some spark around her and all that, you need to investigate. You see, somebody's making her happy.
It's self-care.
It's self-care, but you see,
She doesn't usually care about herself for herself like that. She's doing it because of
no, she finally realized that she has to care for herself.
When you're having that meaningful conversation that makes you, giggle and all that, it boosts your hormones, the happy hormones, so it makes you even look younger and the rest. And you see, as we are saying that some side boosts help marriages. You see, we have the bad side, we have the disadvantage too. Some marriages, when the other, especially the ladies, when they realize that their husbands are stepping outside, then they start to up their game.
True.
You understand?
When they see there's competition.
There's competition. They start to up their
that's really
game.
wrong.
Dress well and all that, but you need not to wait for your husband to step out before you step up again. And I like to say that with the new crop of generation, we are almost up with our game. We never sleep. We are changing the hairstyles and everything. Everything is being on track. But if you realize that your partner is doing these things and your conversation is not that right, even when it comes to sex, they are giving you a little bit of excuses and all that. And you also know when your partner introduces a lot of things during sex, mostly they were not doing the neck. Mostly they were not doing certain things. But now you see that their performance have changed. You get to know. You get to know, especially the men. You get to know that they are doing more. They are bringing more
they're
of.
exploring.
So where are they learning those things from?
I'm going to show videos.
From video. From video.
Love.
But I also quickly, could, not a human being, but could your career become a side boo?
No, boo is human. I think boo is human.
Yeah.
We should just establish that. Because I've heard from somebody like, you're cheating with me with your career. It looks like the career is taking that
all
attention.
your time.
Yeah, you see, we have people. That's why you need to know the person you are getting married to.
Okay.
I have a friend who the wife stay in a different country. He is also here roaming all about, and to him, it's about his career. He's always doing new PhD and the rest. He's having about 6 PhD. He's always learning. So if you're married to such a person, know that it's the work that comes first. You are second.
Yeah.
So your marriage is the work.
Exactly.
You are second. Yeah.
Yeah. You
The
need
work
to know.
and you.
You need to know. You need to know the kind of marriage you're getting yourself into, the kind of situation you're getting yourself into. If you go for a workaholic, ask yourself, am I able to play that role for him to now give me some more attention?
Yeah.
Or what I'm doing is making him take the attention more away. Listen, there are people who are more of a workaholic because they don't want to give their attention to other things, so they just want to put it in work. Work. If they are frustrated at home, listen, there are men, let me tell you something, the men who go to the beer bars and all of those kind of things, it's not that they don't have alcohol at home. It's because they don't like the energy at home. So they'll close, they want to go and hang out with friends, have conversations, come home drunk and sleep. Because they don't want to come and back to you. You come home now, your wife is nagging and this and all of those kind of things. So they want to hang out. By the time they come home, it's late and they sleep. why would you want to have such a relationship?
Yeah, I don't want that. I would like, we have a little time, so I would like us to wrap up the conversation like this. This one, my friends asked me to ask you. Emotional and physical abuse. Emotional and physical cheating.
Yeah.
Which one is more damaging from any of you? Let's make it brief and wrap up the conversation.
The physical.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think one easily progresses to the next.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
because
not
you
much of a
see,
distinction.
it is through the emotions that births the physical.
Right.
Do you understand? So everything that happens in the physical is orchestrated within emotionally, because emotionally I'm attached to you.
Yeah.
So physically I want to have sex with you, or I want to do something with you.
Right.
So it starts with the emotion.
So one leads to the
One
other.
leads to the other.
But if I was to choose, if I'm to choose, I would say the physical.
The physical.
Because some people do emotions, they are not brave enough. Some men,
True.
they are not brave enough to actually cheat. So they'll be doing the high, let me see this, let me see that, show me this, but they won't actually do the
Do the-
thing.
It's not that they are not brave enough. Oh. It's just that they've limited it on that level.
On that level.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay, people.
There's so much to
All
talk
right,
about.
Yeah.
people. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. I want to keep the love. If I can't spell perfect, it's a good name.
Yeah.
And Shubeski, guys, thank you so much for coming through. And this conversation, I guess we're going to have a part 2
We should.
of this particular conversation, because side moves, the conversation are pretty tight. And for you out there, I hope you've learned a thing or two. Moving straight to the plug right after this.